For several years, I've been reporting on the possible conversion of the Amtrak Repair Center in Beech Grove, Indiana, into a possible FEMA detention camp. In the event of a national emergency, Government Regulation Rex 84 can be signed into action by the U.S. President to coincide with martial law. Rex 84 establishes a set number of internment camps where protestors, dissidents, domestic enemies, foreign enemies, and so on can be held without their consent. This Amtrak Repair Center has been operating on and off for about 40 years. The enormous size of the area, proximity to rail lines, and the larger repair buildings have caused many to speculate on whether it could be quickly turned into a FEMA camp in a declared emergency. All the FEMA camps that have already been built have railroad connections, access to highways and roads, and nearby access to airports and helicopter ports. This Amtrak Repair Center has almost all of these. Roughly 500 workers come to work daily here to repair railroad engines and passenger coaches. Earlier in 2019, there were reports that this Beech Grove Repair Center may be closing again. If that were to happen, an empty facility like this could be a tempting target for the feds. To that end, let me drive the exterior of the facility and see if anything has changed since my last video in 2017. The parking lot at the south end of the facility is full of repair center workers' trucks and cars. Some people in the past have said the tall fence around the facility had razor wire that turned into the facility, as if to want to keep people from leaving. I can't say about years ago, but this fencing for years has razor wire at the top that turns outward, which would keep people from entering. You can see the large repair buildings where workers are to make train repairs. Yes, there are some large HVAC units next to some of the buildings, but people have confirmed that this is for heating and air conditioning and not for gassing people. There is a large railroad yard at the east end of the property. I saw only regular train cars that are waiting to be serviced. No guard tower was seen and no helicopter landing pad seen. I did see several large piles of dirt at the west end. Not sure if that's from demolition or possible new construction coming. Here's a view of the west end of the facility, which I guess is the front end near the town of Beech Grove. There are security people around, but nothing I've seen out of the ordinary for such a large facility. People in the town of Beech Grove have repeatedly said over the years that there's nothing to see here. There was an army drill a few years ago at an abandoned hospital building a few miles from here that made a lot of noise and scared a lot of people. As I said earlier, the workers at the Amtrak Repair Center are worried that the place could close down again because of funding problems. The city of Beech Grove has actually put together its own possible redevelopment plan for the site if needed. It would include a mix of residential, office, retail, and industrial development. I've said all along that it certainly could be possible to quickly convert the Beech Grove facility for nefarious purposes, such as a detention center. We'll have to see, though. From Beech Grove, Indiana, this is H.A. Graves.